Hello there, friends. That is Denise Jones. I am Rick Strom. We appreciate you tuning in here on TYT Sports. So the Los Angeles Lakers, via Adrian Wojnarowski, ESPN reporting with Ramona Shelburne, in the buyout with the Lakers, Luol Deng walked away from $7.5 million of nearly $37 million left on his contract with waive and stretch provision. Lakers have cleared $38 million in salary cap space in 2019 free agency. The final figure on the Deng buyout, $7.3 million. The Lakers still have $38 million in 2019 salary cap space. Here is what the Los Angeles Lakers' contracts look like with the newly minted signing of LeBron James. There is something that we both noticed, Denise Jones. 2019-2020, the roster's like cut in half.
Yeah, these 1-year deals.
Yes, and then after that, if Brandon Ingram wants to go and the team are like deuces, then it frees up another contract. So now we go to this. Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report put this out. Excuse me. By waiting until September, the Lakers took the brunt of Deng's salary off the books while trimming about $14 million. The sacrifice is $5 million in lost spending power. Moving forward, based on the NBA's current $109 million cap projection, Kevin Durant, the most expensive at 38, headlines the list of potential free agents. Oh my goodness. Durant will be eligible to earn around $38 million for both the Warriors and Lakers in a new deal, but Golden State can pay him more, $221 over $164. Here is what Kevin Durant, we should do like the thanks for participating. So here's what Kevin Durant said when LeBron James just signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, and maybe there's something behind this. Take a look.
What was your response to LeBron James going to the Lakers?
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a perfect decision, perfect move. Did everything you're supposed to do in Cleveland. I think this is a perfect next step for him. And he's kind of breaking down the barriers of what an NBA superstar is supposed to be. You know, you feel like you're supposed to just, play it out in one spot. I think he did a good job of giving you different chapters, and it's going to make his book even more interesting when it's done.
Good answer.
Well-spoken guy.
In support of LeBron. Do we remember, though, in June, was it? Oh, damn, it's September already.
Do you remember? That's it. There we go.
Did that go through our ears, or did that go through the program over here? So then Stephen A. Smith put this out in June with Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Take a look.
I got 2 phone calls last night, after hours, with folks telling me that LeBron James reached out to Kevin Durant. Well, LeBron James reached out to Kevin Durant via text, from what I'm told, about coming to Los Angeles. I don't know what Kevin Durant's response to him was. That is not the information that I got, but I will tell you what I did hear is that behind the scenes, Kevin Durant was like, why would I do that? You know what? As far as I'm concerned, LeBron James is a big-time player, what have you, but the way I look at it, I should be perceived as the best in the world.
So that was refuted by many involved in NBA media, but still, look, man, when Stephen A. talks, we listen,
Because he talks very loud.
He talks very loud, very boisterous.
It's hard to miss.
Hard to miss. Oh my God. All right, so the 2019 free agents, in my opinion, the top 6, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets, Klay Thompson, Kawhi Leonard, and Boogie Cousins. Klay Thompson went on the record saying, I've said it many times before, I'd like to be a Warrior for life. Contract negotiations way down the line, but I think we all have the same interest. I would love to be here the rest of my career, which I find to be interesting, although when the chips are down, we're going to find out what happens next offseason.
Right.
Do you believe that LeBron James is going to recruit Kevin Durant next offseason?
I mean, of course, it's something that's been talked about, since.
Let me rephrase my question, Denise Jones. Let me rephrase my question.
All right, here we go.
My question.
Okay.
Do you think he'll go to LA?
I think he wants to go to LA.
Really?
I think he wants to go to LA.
Ooh,
You don't think he wants to go to LA?
No, I mean,
he's a West Coast,
who the hell knows with Kevin Durant? Seriously.
I think he wants to go to LA. He wants to play with LeBron. They have a good relationship, which you don't see often when you have like two great players. Usually, I feel like they're coming for each other's necks. But in this case, like he's been very proud to show his admiration for LeBron. And I feel like it's almost like he's seeking that mentorship that he just hasn't been able to get, but he's been able to do that blindly.
That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's a great player. Then
I understand what you're saying.
There's no argument with that.
I don't know if I agree with the mentorship because he's like literally in his own lane.
He's in his own. No, I'm okay. So let me reword that.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and take this off
Okay.
because it's gonna get real.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So what I'm saying
We
is,
should have like the smoke screens up for when she does that. Like doves fly out
things
of
are
the
getting
studio.
real. Drops my.
right, hit me.
No, but so what I think is, you're right. Kevin Durant is in his own lane, and LeBron is a phenomenal player that's been consistent for going into his 16th season. But I feel like because of there's a small age difference, right? And it's one of those things where Durant will be behind LeBron, and I feel like it's something that almost bothers him, but not so much where he's like, okay, I understand, like this is literally the best player, and if there's anyone that I'm gonna be behind, it's gonna be LeBron. He's never had the opportunity to play with LeBron, and I feel like because their game, not to say that it's similar, but because they're both up to par, I almost feel like playing with him is something that he secretly wants to do. And it might not even be secretly. I feel like because of their friendship, it almost will come as no surprise if he were to come to LA.
It wouldn't surprise me that if the Warriors were to lose to the Rockets, which they almost did, the Rockets were essentially they were a game away until Chris Paul hurt his hamstring from potentially knocking off Golden State. I still had Golden State, but let's just be real about it. They would have had a far better chance if Chris Paul played.
Right.
It would not surprise me if they lost in the Western Conference Finals, that Kevin Durant were to leave. However, what I think would be better for Kevin Durant is if he were to hypothetically leave, which I do not believe is happening, to team up with two other guys that want to team up together that we heard about roughly a month ago in Jimmy Butler and Kyrie Irving.
Right.
And make their own super team at a different destination. Not New York. Screw James Dolan. I've been over this many times. He's scum of the earth. Not New York as long as James Dolan is there.
Sure.
I don't believe that the three of them could fit in this. Their contracts could fit. They just wouldn't get the amount that they would want. They could go to a third destination, pick and choose, and then they could make that other big three. And what I think they would rather do is go in the East and stay out of the West.
Because there's just too much competition in the West? That's
And
fair.
then that team would be a force to be reckoned with coming out of the Eastern Conference.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I think they played well off each other. Everybody would.
I do think that would be a great chemistry that these three would have. I do think that KD though would be more likely to come to LA than to form that three and then go to another team.
I agree. I would just love to see it.
Yeah, it'd be great. It would be great.
So if you were to bet your money on him going to LA or staying with Golden State, not knowing what's going to happen this next season, what would you put your money on? What do you think?
Not knowing what's gonna happen.
No
Not
clue.
knowing. Okay, well he's gonna say. Not knowing, but not knowing. Yeah, and only because there's a reason that we have a lot of one-year deals. We're trying to figure out the chemistry. I feel like this year in LA, it's about figuring out the chemistry, figuring out what works, what doesn't work. So we're not expecting a championship. I'm saying we like I'm playing, but I don't think the Lakers are expecting a championship. No one's expecting them. I feel like they're expected to make the playoffs.
For sure.
But even the finals might be a stretch.
Seed.
I think the finals might be a stretch.
No, I think it's a definite stretch.
So
This year, yeah.
So the playoffs, and so like depending on how they perform and how good their chemistry is right now, I feel like that would give me a better answer as to if Durant can come to LA in 2019.
Alrighty, let us know your thoughts. Comment section below. Subscribe to TYT Sports.
Do you know what you could get for $4.99? Maybe one pack of Skittles. You know what's better? A lot of content. So download the TYT app, available on iOS and Android.